Welcome back to All About Design, where I share different tutorials in alteration and different projects. Today I want to show you how to add pockets on a wedding gown. First, I measure with a tape measurements or a ruler 2.5 inches from the waistline. After you measure, make sure it's on both sides same. Then I'll use the pattern from the pocket, and I did measure exactly how large is our pocket. For example, in my case is 6 inches, so I will mark 6 inches on the dress. Then I'm gonna start cutting the pocket details from the lining, almost same color as the dress. We need total of 4 pieces of the pocket details because each is gonna have by 2. Now, as you see, cut and make big as you need. For example, if you want a deeper pocket, you can cut this detail and make it a little larger. Next, on the wrong side of the skirt of the wedding gown, we have the right fabric. So on the right fabric, I'm gonna mark the exactly marks that I did on the right side. So this line is where the pocket is gonna start and where we're gonna sew. And right here, this is 6 inches wide, as you know. And then we're gonna start to remove these stitches, which we have the serger and a regular stitch. And if you don't know how easy to remove the stitch from the serger, I do have a tutorial on my channel where you can check. Now we're gonna take our details, and as you see, I will start matching the mark that I did for the pocket with the mark that I did on the skirt. We want to sew on one side and on our side. For example, make sure the allowance and the mark is across, and that's going to be our point where we have to match the details. I will match the other side and I will pin it together. I'll take the other detail and also I'll pin on our side of the skirt. Make sure the direction of the pocket is correct, because sometimes it does happen with sewing the opposite side and then you have to redo it. After we match both details, we are ready to sew them. So we're gonna start sewing. Make sure you do the back stitch and then just sew exactly where the line you marked. After we sew the pocket, I'm gonna turn and I will do the top stitch on these details to make sure we reinforce the allowance, and then that will help us for the pockets to be directed the right way and not showing into outside. And now I'm just gonna match the details and I'm gonna sew the pocket. First, I wanna match exactly the mark that I did where the pocket is gonna start, and I will add a pin. And then when we're gonna sew the seam, then from this point we're gonna go around the pocket. There are many ways you can sew the pocket. You can sew first the pocket and then add it to the skirt, and you can serge it. In this dress I wouldn't serge, but I will do the double stitch to make sure the pocket still stay together. As you see, when I'm sewing, I do leave the needle in right at that mark, and then I turn my fabric in pocket so it will be comfortable for us to sew the pocket. Sometimes on wedding gowns it's really hard to work with because our fabric is very heavy, so we want to make sure do not make any pleating and sewing a straight stitch. After the pocket was sewed on, now we have to press it well to make sure the seams are straight. Then I'll turn to the right side and make sure the pocket is directed to the front part. Then we'll have to press it very well, but make sure the front detail that we did the top stitch, it's folded around 1/8 of the inch. Then we're just gonna press it, and as you see, it looks like we don't even have the pocket. So I'm gonna press it all the way and I'll show you on the mannequin how the pockets are looking. This is our final result. As you see, the pockets are on and it looks amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this will help at least one person. Don't forget to subscribe for more.